Man, y'all ever just been hype? You watching some, and that shit got you bouncing off the walls, ready to run through that motherfucker? Ooh, you know when your sports team win a big game? See, my sports teams don't do that. I don't know shit about that, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing but disappointment over here. All we do is fold. But anyways, you be watching some, you sitting down, you been leading up to the whole thing, and it just gets you excited. The music start playing, you going, you like, damn, I'm feeling this shit. This shit got you ready to run into a fucking monkey heaving big rocks at you playing baseball simulator on, yeah? The show I got today. This shit is the embodiment of that feeling, that hype, that excitement. The show I got today is Gurren Lagann, boy. Gurren Lagann. How the fuck do you pronounce this shit?
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann is a 27-episode thriller whose plot is centered around humanity being placed underground and oppressed by the anti-spiral races who are scared of humanity's potential to evolve and rise up using their spiral power, quote unquote. So the whole story centers around our main cast, Simone, KAMINA, Yoko, all of them, coming up from the depths, getting out the ground, getting out the mud, and claiming their freedom along the surface of the planet. It's fantastic. That show is elite. Alright, Gurren Lagann was a ride. It's split into two parts. The first part of the journey, they gotta get up to the top. They gotta overthrow the beastmen, who are like half beast, half nigga type shit. Don't ask. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. They have to overthrow the beastmen, who are on the earth to oppress and keep the humans down on the ground. They gotta get them up out of there. And in the second half, that's where they take the fight to the anti-spiral. Both halves of this show are so well done. Wow. I was recommended this show by a couple friends. Man, they was spitting. They was spitting. If y'all watching this, I appreciate it, because y'all put me on gas, my boy. Y'all put me on gas. Nah, but seriously, this show is a work of art. At first glance, I wouldn't have thought it was made in 2007. Like, it was so clean. Everything about it was just it was so well done. Outside of one episode, we don't talk about that episode. That episode, I don't know what happened with the art and went to shit that one episode. But for most of the show, 26 episodes out of the 27, it is a beauty to look at. It is so nice. And at first you're like, oh, it's a mech anime. I'm not trying to watch that shit. That's for the super weaves. Shut up. Alright? Shut up. We all watch Power Rangers. Fuck off. Alright? The story's good. I don't give a damn if it has robots or not. It's good. Nigga. Damn. Hey, man. And although that's the basis of the plot, the Gurren Lagann story offers so much more than that because of its cast of characters. Anyone who has watched Gurren Lagann can tell you, man, that cast is up there. It's up there. You root for these motherfuckers from frame one all the way to the very end. I wish I could name and talk about every single person that graced this show, but I gotta highlight some of the standouts. And you can't talk about Gurren Lagann without talking about the man that inspired a generation. I don't care. KAMINA, man, is one of the most influential characters I've ever seen in my 3 years watching anime. I was shocked at how such a loudmouth, ignorant, arrogant idiot could have so much impact, such a huge ripple effect throughout a show. Oh, KAMINA, amazing. He inspires everyone around him to keep pushing, even though he was brash in his delivery, even though he said it in the stupidest way possible. Deep down, he was just like us. A lot of times he was fucking scared. But the messages he relayed, they were shit you needed to hear. They were shit the characters needed to hear at that time to keep it going. I feel like if you're someone who isn't feeling the best right now, life's a little low, life's a little sucky right now, if you watch Gurren Lagann, man, it'll help you keep going. It'll help you keep pushing, because that's just what it does. Gurren Lagann, if it doesn't do anything else for you, it inspires. You don't see too many shows walking around doing that. A lot of shows are good. A lot of shows are fantastic. But that show inspires. When people think about inspiring shows, they think about Dragon Ball. They think about Naruto. They think about all that shit. But Gurren Lagann, man, in them 27 episodes, man, they got you hyped. Man, they got you ready for war. They got you ready for anything. I felt like I could take on the world after watching that show. And you really can. That's the message. Whatever you put your mind to, don't let anybody stop you. And that's what KAMINA was. That's what KAMINA was there for. That's what he served, bro. Ooh, that man. I love that man. At first, I didn't like him like that because he was loud and annoying. But what he stands for in that show, you'll see it. You'll see it. He's valid. KAMINA is the bloodline, the backbone of this show. But that don't mean to say the other standouts ain't. That don't mean to say they slouches too. Them niggas different. And if KAMINA the backbone, the skeleton of this show, the muscles, all of that shit, the rest of it is Simone, boy. Simone the Digger, man, starts out as this meek 14-year-old. All he like to do is dig. That's all he was in the trenches, digging. You know what I'm saying? That's all he do. Focus, put his head down, get the drilling there. Nah. Simone becomes so much more than that, and the show really lets you feel for that man. That's what's important. If you can make your audience feel for your main character, your show gonna be good. Your show gonna be good. Cause there's a lot of shows where they put this cookie cutter ass main character and they just skate by. Oh, this happened today. Let me fix it. No, bruh. Gurren Lagann get real with the man Simone. If you've already watched, you know what the hell I'm talking about. But if you haven't, an event occurs in the show, and Simone, hey, I don't care if this is targeted towards a 13-year-old audience. Simone gets depressed. There's not many shows that tackle depression head on the way that Gurren Lagann did. For like 3-4 episodes, that man was depressed, and you felt that man. You couldn't blame him. He kept it was real. Simone was down in the dumps. He was angry at the world, and he didn't feel like he had the confidence to pull off what they wanted to pull off, because the job still wasn't done. And what did Gurren Lagann do? They showed that man digging out of his problems. He didn't do it by himself, but he dug out of that hole. He went up. He did what he does. He fed off that inspiration that KAMINA gave off. He fed off that, and he became the man who we waited to see the whole time. In that second part of the show, Simone carried. That man was, he was everything in that show. That man is my favorite character in this show because of what he represents. He would look people in the eyes and say, this is what we gotta do to get to where we want to be. And that's what Simone was about. That man, he got me so hyped every single time he touched the screen. He didn't let shit get him down. Nah, after he got up at that hole in the first part, that second part, he was all about business. That's all it was about. And once we got to see him in the end, finally get what he wanted, finally achieve the dream that he's wanted all his life, you felt for him. He a real one. I love Simone so much. Fantastic character. I know I use that word a lot, but nah, I'm serious. Simone, GOAT. I love you, boy. You ain't even a real character. You ain't even a real person, but I don't give a damn. Inspiring as all hell. That's my guy. And you know I gotta mention my girl Yoko. You know what I'm saying? She's such an amazing complimentary character in this show. Because everything that Simone went through, she went through in a different lens. She wasn't always right in certain, but she was tweaking. She would tweak out sometimes. But for most of the time, she was a great other perspective to the situation. And I'm gonna give you the buck. How the fuck is she 14? How? 14? Nah. I know Gurren Lagann sent a lot of niggas to jail when it was here. I know that shit was sending niggas straight to jail. Yeah. 14. Yeah. It done got you, huh? Don't play with that. And you can't talk about Gurren Lagann without mentioning one of the greatest antagonists in all of anime history. The anti-spiral as an antagonist, from a thematic standpoint to just overall design and how they're portrayed in the show, is a 10 out of 10 S tier protagonist. They real life scribbled on a screen, and it is one of the drippiest antagonists I've ever seen. Amazing. Everything about the anti-spiral, just the scope of that antagonist resonates. When you hear about the anti-spiral, your skin crawls. You get goosebumps. They are, whatever you want to call the anti-spiral, they're fantastic in their role. They are an oppressor. They feel oppressive. You feel their impact on the show. When they reveal the anti-spiral, even though it's a bunch of goddamn scribbles, you're like, oh shit, that's a real nigga right there. That nigga might snatch a chain. That man might snatch a chain right there. And he's this all-powerful, all-consuming being set on oppressing the spiral races. All the races that are hell-bent on evolution, he's there to stop that. That theme of evolution versus stagnation and conservatism, whatever that word is, but being conservative versus being progressive and moving forward at all times. That battle, that conflict that they end up having at the end, it's like, damn, you feel that, because it relates to real life, whether you want to look at it in a political sense or just how people are. Some people like to stagnate. Some people like to keep it the same, but some people want to push forward, want to be hell-bent on success, progress. That's how it is. And anti-spiral serving that role to our main cast who are hell-bent on freedom, push forward. It's like, damn, I see it. And what makes it really crazy about anti-spiral is they've been successful. The whole time they've been successful. They've put countless bodies in the grave, halting all this progress, making sure evolution goes nowhere. They even sacrificed their evolution and just stopped all growth for their race because they want to keep the universe right where it's at until they meet our main cast. And that's where this supreme climax, this conflict happens, and it's just amazing when it plays out. That final battle was just pure entertainment. It was quite possibly some of the most fun I've had watching anime. And those are the standout characters for this show. I think Gurren Lagann is a 10 out of 10. It is my 7th favorite show ever. It has cracked into my top 10 easily. It is great all around. That show deserves to be watched. If you haven't watched it by now, and you're like me, you know, watching the 2007 show in 2022, hey, get to it. It's only 27 episodes. It's great. I almost shed a tear countless times watching this show. The characters are fantastic. You're going to love some. You're going to despise some too. But there's a lot of golden moments, man. And I feel like you're just going to enjoy it. If you like anime, you're going to like Gurren Lagann. That's what it is. Like, it's hard to dislike Gurren Lagann. Wow. I'm happy to have gotten this video out. I had to make it. Gurren Lagann is too amazing. But hey, if you like the video, leave a like for me. If you fuck with me, drop that subscribe for me. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And that's EsVeeO out.